This is the village of Owenascall in County Kerry, and I'm just approaching the Kerry photo point this year, which is on my left here. It's the South Pole Inn. It's called the South Pole Inn because the man that opened it in 1920 was known as the Irish Giant, and his name was Tom Crean, and Tom was a member of 3 Antarctic expeditions, including Scott's Doomed Expedition and also Shackleton's. Nice little park here to him. And that is Tom Crean there, well, his statue. So it nearly is Antarctic weather here in Owenascall, with the man himself, Tom Crean, and the photo point this year is the South Pole Inn. That was the pub he opened with his wife Nell back in 1920 when he returned from all his Antarctic expeditions. He never actually made it to the Antarctic, but he was famous for a 56-kilometer solo walk across an ice cap to save some of his fellow members of his team. But I'm going to move on to Dingle for the night and hopefully enjoy some traditional Irish music and a few drinks. The Slayhead Drive, it's part of a new, well, it's just been incorporated into the new touring route, which is the longest touring route in the world, called the Wild Atlantic Way, which stretches for 2,500 kilometres from along the western Irish coastline from Cork to Donegal. If you ever get the chance to come down around this way, definitely ride out the Slayhead Drive and do as much of the Wild Atlantic Way as you can, because it rivals and matches some of the best roads in the world, particularly coastal roads. There's a bit of a waterfall crosses the road here. I see the bus is a bit dodgy about going across it. It's a tight squeeze for the buses along here. Don't come back now, Mr. Bus. Where the crucifix here is actually Slayhead, this head here. How's that for a view? The Wild Atlantic. Some parts of the film Far and Away with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman were filmed along here. Just below us here is the beach where Ryan's daughter was filmed. We'll go down and have a quick look at the Wild Atlantic, onto that Ryan's daughter beach. The Wild Atlantic Way has 500 visitor attractions. It has 120 golf courses, 50 walking loops, and 59 places of specific interest. That, folks, is actually the beach down there, but it's the tide is well and truly in, so I'm not even going to bother going all the way down. It's a fantastic beach. It stretches all along over to the far rocks there. Beautiful beach, but not today. So if you get a chance, definitely come visit the Wild Atlantic Way. I've come back through Dingle now, and I'm coming out the other side of it, heading over the Connor Pass, which is the highest mountain pass in Ireland, travelling between Dingle in the direction of Tralee. I just love these roads. So this is the top of the Connor Pass. Some fabulous view of the lakes and the scenery around the mountains and out into the bay. That's Tralee Bay there. And if it's a clear enough day, you can see all the way up the coast to the Aran Islands, which are off Galway. It's a long, long way away from here. Best not to meet the tour buses along here. Connor Pass is also part of the Wild Atlantic Way. We could put that down on your checklist, especially if you get a beautiful day. So this is the Limerick photo point, Glin Castle Gate. The original Glin Castle was built in the 12th century, but the English destroyed it in 1600s. And what's in there now is a large mansion, Georgian mansion, which is a bed and breakfast. There's a hereditary knighthood with this castle, which the last Knight of Glin, the 29th Knight of Glin, Desmond Fitzpatrick, or Fitzgerald, he passed away in 2011, and unfortunately he has no sons, 3 daughters, so the knighthood ended with him, which started in the 14th century up until 2011. So this is the Limerick photo point, Glin Castle Gates, and this is the Shannon estuary that looks out on. Now I have to go to where those chimneys are there fairly quickly to get that ferry that's on its way over. Well, I made the ferry. It's about a 20-minute crossing, so saves a long journey around the actual estuary here. So 20 minutes to cross and we'll be in County Clare. This is County Clare, and I'm heading towards the Clare photo point, which is Killanoggin Church. There's been a church in this place since the 7th century. St. Unchan started a church there in the 7th century, and the church that's there now, the ruins are believed to be there since the 11th century. This weird land formation that I'm in here is known as the Burren. It covers a huge area, this part of Clare, and attracts visitors from all over the world. I think it's very much about the road down here. through the Burren area, absolutely fantastic. I nearly overdosed on scenery today with Slayhead, the Connor Pass, and coming up here. I said nearly, there's always room for a little more. And here it is, the church room on the right. So that's the church room. I'm not sure how I'm going to get into it yet. There's a gate up there, maybe that'll open. But this is our photo point in Clare, Killanagan Church Ruins. So what a difference a day makes. The first day I was out, I got caught in a couple of hail showers. And then yesterday, it was just fantastic, beautiful sunny weather for the whole day. And here we are in torrential rain, very high winds, and very slippery roads. So I'm taking it very easy. I'm approaching the Tipperary photo point this year, which is the miner statue in Silvermines. Silvermines is a town that sits at the bottom of the Silvermines mountain range, and there's been history of mining in the area since the year 1289. The last mine closed here in 1992, but there's a statue in the town to commemorate the miners that worked and lived in the area. So it should be just up here. Sure, it wouldn't be a Red and White Rebel video without a bit of rain. Here's the miner's statue. The Tipperary photo point this year.